Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So in this video I want to talk about whether or not we'll be getting a sequel to Life is Strange True Colors. Now, I know it's a bit early, 2 months to be exact, to be talking about a sequel, but, you know, while we're waiting, there's a bunch of theories that we can make, and speculation, and then once the game is released, you know, and once another game comes out after True Colors, then the questions will be answered. So that's why I'm making these videos, you know, just to answer questions that don't have answers, and hopefully we get answers in the future. Now, one of the reasons I made this video is because Deck 9 brought up, I forget who it was at Deck 9, but they brought up an interesting point, and it involves the title of this new entry, True Colors. So, Life is Strange, they said that, I forget who it was, but this person mentioned that Life is Strange 2 with Sean and Daniel wasn't technically a sequel. It was the next entry in the game. It existed in the same timeline, but it focused on a different cast of characters. But it was called Life is Strange 2, which didn't make sense since it didn't involve Max and Chloe. So from now on, whenever they make these games, they're giving them new titles. And from my guess, True Colors, my guess is that the powers, that if they ever do make another game with another character, then it's going to be Life is Strange, and then it's going to have a title, and that title is going to represent the character's powers, because True Colors here, Alex can see people's auras, and those auras come out as different colors, hence True Colors, so you can see a person's true motivations, so to speak. So if Life is Strange True Colors does get a sequel, it's going to be called Life is Strange True Colors 2. Now, does it need a sequel? Honestly, I would love for these games to start getting sequels, because sometimes when you make a game one and done, it can be a hit and a miss. Like for me, well, technically if you think about it, if you go and play Life is Strange Before the Storm, then Life is Strange 1, Life is Strange 1 is technically a sequel, even though Before the Storm is a prequel, unless you play it prequel and then Life is Strange 1, you know, if that makes sense. But with Life is Strange 2, now I like all the Life is Strange games, even the Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit, even though it's a short one. I can replay them, but for me it's hard. It's hard to let go of Max and Chloe since they were such iconic characters. Now I hope Deck 9 is able to do this with True Colors, because I know a lot of people have strong opinions about Before the Storm, and I don't blame you. I have those strong opinions too, but I can actually go back and replay that game, I can enjoy it. But with Life is Strange 2, because it's focusing on new characters, it's really hard for me to get attached to these characters, you know what I mean? Because I'm not trying to shit on Life is Strange 2. It's just one of the problems that I had is that Sean and Daniel were always on the move, and I know it's essential to the story, but it was really hard to form attachments with other characters, as most characters we only saw in one episode, then we were off, so I didn't really form a bond with them, so I didn't grow to care about them. So if Life is Strange True Colors is a success, which I hope it's going to be, then I really hope we do get a sequel for it, because like Deck 9 has a lot of potential. Like, I can understand why people didn't like Life is Strange Before the Storm, but for me, I understand that since they weren't the original creators, you know, then obviously they had their own ideas. They had to stay within a box, so to speak. So they were in this box, and their creative ideas were limited to keeping with the lore and the characters and all that. But now with True Colors, this is something entirely original, so they can go outside the box. You know, like Steph, for example, was a character for Life is Strange Before the Storm, and now she is here. So I think that's pretty cool. And I love how True Colors connects Before the Storm with True Colors, you know, just shows, like, obviously the games are in the same universe, but I like what they're doing here. and I really can't wait to play this game. So, should it get a sequel? Yes, definitely. I think it should. But what I think they should do is, if they make a sequel, let's just say, okay, let's just say I work at Deck 9. Okay, if we make a sequel, then yes, let's make a trilogy. I really think, because trilogies are pretty good when it comes to certain games, people want more, and so when you make a sequel and then you make another sequel, you get a trilogy. So yeah, I really think that, just as my own personal opinion, I think it'd be cool if we focus like on one character, 3 games, and then once Deck 9 is finished with that, they then move on to the next game, and then who knows, when we, like, hopefully we can import our choices, because that's one of the things that Life is Strange 2 didn't do. It just said, did you sacrifice Arcadia Bay or did you sacrifice Chloe? That was it. So we don't really know what's happened we don't know what's happened with Arcadia Bay and all that, depending on who we saved and that. Like, because basically, if you bring it down to the 2 endings, Max rewinds time, you know, we basically, I don't need to tell you, but if you go back and look at episode 5 of season 2, depending on what ending you get, you can find out a bit of information about what's happened with Arcadia Bay, with David and Joyce and everything. So what I mean is, like, when I want a proper importing system, if this game ever did get a trilogy, which I hope it does, then we can import all those choices into this new game, and who knows, maybe we can actually see the ramifications of our choices from the True Colors trilogy in this new trilogy. But like I said, I'm just making guesses here. Like, I'm not entirely sure. Like, I really do hope we get, like, if we do get the sequel, that it actually focuses on Alex, and they do sequels and trilogies from now on. So anyways, that's the end. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.